going to talk about disappointments. How to deal with disappointments. I'm going to warn you guys, it might going to be a very serious video.
I'd applied for a job with the RSPCA, thinking probably won't get an interview, but then I got called for an interview.
Ooh.
And I went to the interview. They'd said we'd hear back by the end of the week. I got that call saying, we haven't given you the position, we've given it to someone else. You build this fantasy.
That's the thing, disappointment is based on a fantasy. Morning came, he went to work. I remember arriving to the office very happy and messaged me straight away. And he said, please don't develop any hopes that we're going to have something. It took me a while to get out of this disappointment. This guy was a fantasy.
There was a guy there, and I was like, oh, he's really handsome, I like him. Went on a couple of dates, and everything felt normal. And then he went completely quiet for a few days, and then when I eventually saw him, said, it's not going anywhere for various reasons.
I warned you, serious. Last one.
Oh, here we go. He said this one's going to be funny.
No, I'm not sure if it was funny, but it was funny out of the three. It's the funniest. I was 7.
Excellent. Younger than this. Oh.
Not 13, younger. There was a show in Israel, and there was one character that had this monologue. She had like monologue, just her, and talking with someone over the phone. And someone, because back then, I don't know if you had this problem in the UK, but because the
bombs.
No, that. You had bombs in the UK. But the infrastructure of the phone communication was a bit weird, so people could have go on each other calls.
Okay.
That was the monologue was about that. So my brother decided to take me to an audition for a main role in one of the kids' theater shows. And I was supposed to play a panda bear. I told you it's funny.
Okay. Right now I'm not seeing a link between that and the...
So, my audition, what I've done, I mimicked that lady from that show. And I was doing it quite well, I think.
Were you in drag? Please say you were in drag at 7.
Smaller than that guy. So, and I remember the director was really pleased with what I'm doing, but all he asked me, speak louder, speak louder. And I had like tiny voice.
Hello,
and I couldn't, and I tried to speak louder and I couldn't. And he said, speak louder, speak louder. and then he let me to read something, and all he wanted to hear is me speaking louder. So the disappointment, well, of course I didn't get the role. Yeah, I remember that my brother was disappointed.
Really?
Because he said to me, the director was so impressed, and you couldn't, and you should have spoken louder. And I remember that I was feeling a bit disappointed that I disappointed my brother.
Aww.
Yeah,
that's something my dad used to say when we were naughty as kids. If we'd been really bad, he would drop the, I'm not cross, I'm disappointed bomb. And as a child, you're like...
Yeah. Okay, so give tip.
Yes, what can we learn?
Give
from
tip
these?
to our audience. If you have a disappointment, how do you deal with it?
Well, interestingly, most of the ones I've listed, I don't really know how I dealt with them. I don't think I made any conscious decisions.
Alcohol, drugs,
the usual, But what I will say, and what I still do, the driving test disappointment. So my third test, I just went, sod this, I'm not doing it anymore. And that's my go-to reaction to when something goes wrong, is to just give up, play the victim, and get angry at it. And that is what you shouldn't do.
So what?
Because it doesn't help. You end up just making yourself feel worse by thinking you're worse. You're like, oh, I can't believe this is so, I'm not doing it anymore, this is rubbish. Like with games, my reaction to not doing very well at a game is, oh, this is bullshit. And push it away and be like, I don't want anything to do with this. You take away your opportunity to actually do it and do it better.
I'm a bit disappointed that you told the audience what not to do. Because we need to tell them what to do.
Well, that is something to do.
Not to do.
Yes.
Is something not to do is to do?
Yes, because I'm telling them to do,
Not
that.
So I will take your driving lessons example, and I will say that again, the keep driving is the key, is one of the key things.
But it depends what it is.
Of course, but
If your heart's been broken,
but
you can't keep driving at that same person.
No, of course.
Because that's weird.
Of course
and
not.
Stalkery.
Of course not, but not keep driving to the same person, but keep driving and try to meet new people. If you went to an interview and failed with an interview, keep trying other jobs. If you fail in audition when you were 7, keep going to auditions, because if that's your thing, and I'm sure people that go to the theatre and movies and everything, that's their job, is getting so
Loads
many
of fails.
disappointments, and they have to keep doing it.
You'd tried your best and you thought it went really well.
Mm-hmm.
So you felt like you couldn't have done any more. From that
Mm-hmm.
is not focus on saying, oh, what did I do wrong? What didn't I do? What did I miss? And acknowledging, actually, someone else may have brought something different. It's all things aligning. The people have to be right. You have to be right. The role has to be
but again,
right.
I'm not talking about specific role, and I'm not talking about specific interview. I'm talking about keep doing it. Yes,
Yes,
you
but
didn't-
also focus on the right things.
Okay,
So
the
not
second-
focus on what did I do wrong? What could I have done more? Think, okay, I did my best. It wasn't right for that.
But you're kind of cancelling the learning from mistakes.
Yes, but if you haven't made any mistakes, there's nothing to learn. If it went as well as you thought, and you focus on how bad it went, when actually it went okay, but it just wasn't right.
I can think about one mistake that I may have done.
For sure.
On that occasion.
But focusing on all the negative things doesn't really lift you, doesn't help you, it doesn't make you move on.
I think there is a place where you need to learn from mistakes. However, there is a time for it. And I think you need to look back on that occasion of the failing, not at the heat of the moment, not when you're feeling down, because that will take you to places where you don't want to be. Allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to feel disappointment, allow yourself to feel okay, but it goes. Time, it's cliche, it's cliche, but time is the best medicine for that, for those
I
moments.
remember my RSPCA interview. I think they must have said it was 200 people and they interviewed 6. And I remember I get it on Time Hop every year, me making a post saying, I am top 3%.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I'd had the interview but didn't know I hadn't got the job. And I was thinking, well, whatever happens, I was in the top 3% of those 200 people that applied. And I tried to focus on that. And then when they said I didn't get the job, I forgot about that, obviously. I said, oh, I'm so awful. Oh, I'm so miserable. I'll never be anything.
Some people really get disappointed if their football team doesn't win, for example, or if their the sport club. Or
I mean,
something.
if you go to a trial or a competition and you lose, instead of thinking, I lost, go, actually, I got to the semi-final.
It needs a lot of control and understanding and allowing yourself to
Look at yourself positively.
yeah, exactly. So, how do you deal, guys, with disappointment? If you have other tips for the users, please let us know in the comment below. If you like our video, thumbs up, share,
If you like us.
subscribe maybe. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.
If you have any ideas for anything else you'd like us to talk about,
Let us know.
let us know.
We would like to talk.
We love talking. We love hearing our own voices.
Especially from the microphone. Bye.